Welcome, humans, and thank you for tuning in to the One Seed Nation broadcast. My name is Phillip Reese, and as always, I'm burdened with the truth. This is the Edge of Tomorrow movie review. Wow. This movie, I had a great time at the theaters. Was the movie good? Yeah, it was good. Was the movie great? Yes. I'm blown away. It was so much fun. Okay? All I can tell you about the movie, because this is a spoiler-free movie review, so I'm not going to spoil anything here for you. It's about an alien invasion with Tom Cruise. Enough said. Do not go and see a trailer for this movie. If you haven't already, and you're like, well, let me just see a trailer and see if I get hooked. Don't see the trailers. Trailers were awful for this movie. Terrible trailers. They were so bad, in fact, that I didn't want to go see this movie until yesterday. And a bunch of people were raving about it. I was like, well, people rave about movies all the time, but I went to go see it, and boy, did it pay off. It was fun, it was fast-paced, it was clever, and yet didn't leave you behind, or, I mean, it wasn't hard to follow at all. And it was unique. It was a new experience for a movie, really. It was just a lot of fun. The acting was great with Tom Cruise, always great. Any movie that he does, you'll know it's going to be good, pretty much. He can be picky that way with choosing movies to be a part of. So I'm very happy with this movie, and it's only one of two movies up to date for the year of 2014 that I say you have to go see in theaters. And the other one would have been Captain America: Winter Soldier. I mean, this movie I enjoyed more than X-Men and obviously Spider-Man and Godzilla. So the good things, you know, it had some funny moments too. I wasn't expecting that. It was riddled with some comedic relief. It was a great, kind of a light movie. Excellent acting with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt, who I don't think I've seen her in a movie before, but wow, she's a strong actress. I mean, just believable, and she holds her own on the screen. She doesn't need anyone there to help her deliver a scene. And not only that, like, she was a strong character, but they didn't, like, flaunt her sexuality around or anything. You know, they didn't disrespect her in that way. She just delivered her scenes perfectly. A strong character. So that was very nice to have. And then Bill Paxton was in the movie. He kind of had a small part, but he was actually really fun in the movie. I was kind of surprised he didn't say "Game over, man," but no, he was great. The whole movie was just fantastic. I can't recommend this movie enough. Some of the negatives for the movie, like, I've been racking my brain just trying to think of, like, what's a real actual negative to the movie. And I read a couple reviews online, and a couple people had some weird things that they didn't like, but that's just a taste preference, I guess. Either that or they're on drugs, because I thought there wasn't really any, like, big negatives for me that stood out. Except for the trailer, but you can't judge a movie for its trailer. So, I mean, there's a little bit of room for improvement, but pretty much every movie has that. I mean, the music didn't really stand out. It was just action music, you know. I don't remember it being bad or good. It was just there. Cinematography, there was like two scenes in particular that I remember standing out that was like, that's really cool to look at. Like, it's just kind of like a mind blown when you're watching the scene. And I think there was maybe 2 points in the plot, or and at least in the way that the world is presented, that probably needed either a little bit more explanation or just a little bit more time to feel a little more credible. But that's just nitpicking, really. I mean, it didn't sour the movie at all. It was just little things that I thought could be improved. So, I mean, overall, and kind of surprised I'm going to give it this score, But I say this movie was a 90 out of 100. And from me, that's saying a lot. I mean, I like movies so much that I dislike most of them, if that makes sense. And giving this thing a 90 is just, I think a 90 is what I'm going to have to give it. I was thinking 88, but there's just not enough to deduct to get there. It's right at the 90. It's amazing. Great time. Go see it. Don't watch the trailer. Let's see, what was the director's name? It's the same guy who did Bourne Ultimatum, and if you've seen that, yeah, Doug Liman. He also did Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Meh. But Bourne Ultimatum was really good. If you go and see this movie tomorrow, and you like it, then go rent Bourne Ultimatum or check it out with Netflix or whatever. It's worth watching. It was actually the first of the Bourne series that I watched, so you don't have to watch the other ones to enjoy it. So that's my movie review. Till next time, just always remember, everything I say is fact. Everything.